and I would ask the question initially, what are your thoughts about pay-per-click? Have you ever used? Well, you probably have clicked on an ad, a banner, a whatever, someplace, and that generated revenue for who was ever hosting that particular site where you clicked on. Pay-per-click is the phenomenon of advertising on the internet because it is a very simple concept, one that is very simple to measure, both from how many clicks there were to what was the value of that click to me or to whomever was paying for that click. So it's a very exact science. There's no guesswork. Unlike other forms of advertising, and I have been involved in every form of advertising that there is in one way or another in the last 40 years. We've had a lot of fun testing and trying anything that we thought made sense, anything that I thought made sense. I remember something that is also the industry has changed dramatically since I did it, but when I had my magazine, when I was publishing a magazine in 1978, 1979, one of the ways that I marketed that magazine was billboards. And I really studied the concept of how to use a billboard, and I was very, very lucky that the individual who sold me billboards liked what I was doing and really helped my campaign along. We weren't digital back in those days, and today as I drive up and down the highway or the roads or wherever and I see billboards and I see all the digital billboards, I say to myself, geez, that the digital billboard makes a lot more sense than the billboards I dealt with back in those days. Now, back in my day when I used them, a billboard had a standard size billboard had 9 panels, so that when you created that billboard, you had 9 sheets of paper, and they were all about that big, and that's how you would create whatever your billboard message was. Well, I took that concept and I made kind of a digital concept out of it, and the upper 6 panels, well, 1, 2, 3, and the upper 6 panels all stayed the same. It was the name of my magazine, which was Now in Stark County. Very simple. We put that name in big orange letters on a green background, so it changed. I mean, it really was a billboard that caught your attention. And then the bottom 3 panels, we changed the message. So we pre-printed different promotions that were going to last for the length of the billboard contract. And we made it very easy the only change that we made to the billboard from week to week or month to month, however long it was those bottom 3 panels. Well, the moral of the story is the campaign worked extremely well. I actually invested $10,000 in that billboard campaign, but the return that we got, well, folks were telling us back in those days it looked like we had billboards everywhere, and we did. At one time, there were as many as, I think, 15 or 16 billboards in the county where we were publishing our magazine, Stark County, Ohio. Anyway, times have changed. I couldn't measure the response and the actual return that I got from those billboards, other than it was a branding effort. We were promoting a name and a concept. We don't know how many people actually went out and bought the magazine because of it. Now, pay-per-click. Pay-per-click is an exact science. You click on something, somebody pays for that click. You go to wherever that click takes you, wherever the link is, and then hopefully a sale is resulted from that click. The world has changed. The cost of doing a pay-per-click today on the internet increases daily. In other words, what cost $5 to click yesterday might cost $10 per click today. So what that does is it's taking the small guy, you and I, and no longer is there a level playing field because it takes more money to play the game. That is a challenge. But the other side of the argument is it's the laws of supply and demand. And the good thing about it is you can go to Google AdWords, and they have an analytic tool. You can go to Google AdWords and pick those keywords that you think best describe what you do. Then you can go to Google AdWords and see if what somebody is paying for those words. And the more somebody pays for those words, obviously, the better the words are. So we've taken that exact science and made it very, very easy to analyze the cost of doing a pay-per-click. But it's getting greater. I once was, about 6-7 months ago, I was seriously considering investing some money in a Google AdWords campaign. But then as we started to build our keywords, and I was doing them in the form of YouTube videos and promoting my book that had 1,000 keywords in it, I said, geez, why would I really want to pay a large amount of money for a keyword? Would it do anything more for me than the way that I was organically marketing with keywords now? So I backed off. I backed off from that decision to pay for keywords. So, point number one, keywords are costing, the better keywords are costing more and more each day. So it's taking the small business owner, like yourself and myself, off the level playing field. If we're willing to spend $10 per click or $12 per click or whatever it is, whatever that word demands, whatever dollar that word demands, then so be it. But it's a changing landscape. And the nice thing about David's Barter community, that when you come into the community and you use keywords on your landing page, you don't pay for a click to your landing page. People who are looking for your landing page will go to the search engine that you will find on every page in the community. They'll click on the keyword, and if you're among the list, a list of all of those will occur. So you are getting placement of keywords without a pay-per-click. We think that's a very, very good idea for businesses, small businesses, particularly ones that are just getting started. Now, what's also happening, and this is a bigger dynamic that impacts the big players more than it impacts the smaller players like you and myself, and that is in the area of mobile. More and more folks are using mobile phones to communicate. They're not using PCs, Macs. They're using smartphones, which are computers that you carry with you, They're using iPads, which are computers that you're carrying with you. And that is changing once again the landscape very directly. So much that Facebook is being challenged by it, and their greatest challenge today is to figure out how to make that mobile marketplace, how to monetize that mobile marketplace, which theoretically Facebook owns that marketplace because of how many people use their Facebook on their mobile phones. And the number grows dramatically. One of the challenges that we have in David's Barter community, we are making our technology available to a new group of developing entrepreneurs in Nigeria, in West Africa. The challenge that we have there is that Nigerians living in West Africa, there are not a lot of computers, laptops, desktops, PCs, Macs, whatever. There's not a lot of them. There's very, very few of them, and the major means of communication in Nigeria, in West Africa, is the BlackBerry. So we have to make our technology compatible with BlackBerry technology so that folks in Nigeria and West Africa can use our technology. And it is definitely something that we're working on. In summary, just yesterday, the Wall Street, the world was shocked at the decrease in earnings that Google showed yesterday in their quarterly report. Actually, their report was released by accident yesterday. It wasn't ready to be released. But as soon as it came out and they saw the earnings were down, the stock plummeted. And Google lost 8% approximately of its market capitalization value yesterday. My friends, 8% market capitalization to Google represents billions of dollars. And the reason was, or so we thought it was released early and we didn't hear the full report, was that mobile advertising, that mobile platform for advertising, it's not generating as much revenue as the pay-per-click world does in PCs or Macs. So that part of it, mobile advertising, challenges the big guys more so really than it challenges you and I. We can make it work. We can make it work in a different way. So, pay-per-click, an extremely important concept in marketing, in social marketing in today's world. We have developed for your use and for existing small businesses' use a very viable, a very feasible, a very efficient way to monetize that whole pay-per-click world. Our next segment today will be, I have a bunch of things I wanted to discuss. I think we will discuss what the elections potentially mean to existing small business owners and to you who want to start a new business today.